Griffey has singled and flied to left. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. Hershiser into the wind and his pitch. Fastball, sharply hit, sacks, dives, but can't get it. Base hit. Griffey got it by sacks and into right field. He's aboard with the go-ahead run to start the bottom of the seventh. And Rafael Ramirez is the batter. Braves have some new bats in reserve tonight. Gerald Perry, Paul Runge, Brad Kamensk have all joined the team from Richmond, along with Albert Hall, who's in the lineup tonight. Renner at first, no one out. See how they play it with Ramirez. Griffey has good speed, and he leads away. Throw to first. He's back easily. After 5 now, Houston 3-1 over the Reds. The Dodger bullpen gets busy now, a right-hander and a left-hander. The stretch, the pitch. He was going to bunt. Did it hit him? Or did it hit the bat? It hit him. Ramirez is on his way to first. Hershiser wasn't trying to hit him. He was trying to throw the fastball up and in to make it tough to bunt, and he got it too far inside. So he hasn't helped himself in the last inning. He bumps into a double play. Now he hits a batter. Runners are at first and second for Benedict, and you would guess that he would be bunting now.
Well, you really made a good point before, because the Braves now can send up just about as many pinch hitters as they want. They don't have to worry about budgeting their bench like teams do, and they've only had 6 players this year, what with teams carrying 24. Now, if Benedict bunts and you send up, let's say, Chambliss, and they decide to walk him, then you send up Simmons, and you still have lefty hitters, Gerald Perry in reserve.
See how the Dodgers play it here. Madlock is in on the grass. Where will Dave Anderson go? That's the key to the inning. The stretch. The pitch. He's bunting hard down the third base line. Good bunt. Madlock's only play is to first. The Braves guessed right. Anderson did not break the cover third. Benedict's bunt was hard down the third base line, but right down the line to make the third baseman field it, with Anderson still at second. Why, Madlock had no choice but to go on to first base. So the Braves have the go-ahead runs in scoring position at second and third with 1 out. The sacrifice goes 5-4 from Benedict. And here comes Chris Chambliss for Glenn Hubbard. Chris has found the base hits hard to come by lately, but he still had a good year. He's hitting .297, 2 homers, 13 RBIs, 15 out of 57 as a pinch hitter. Activity in the Dodger bullpen. As Chambliss comes in there.
The Dodgers have a right-hander in the bullpen who is not listed. His number is not listed. Dennis Powell is the lefty.
Maybe he's Balvino Galvez. They're going to walk Chambliss to set up the double play. Well, the Braves crack PR stats, strikes again, eh?
It's Brian Holton now warming up, the right-hander.
Oh. Who's the left-hander?
Dennis Powell.
Bases are loaded. Here comes Simmons for Alexander. Simmons hitting .258, 4 homers, 24 RBIs, 10 out of 41 as a pinch hitter. Just below a .250 average, but with those 10 hits, he's driven in 17 runs, and 2 of them have been homers. Paul Runge now runs at first base for Chris Chambliss.
And the Braves maneuvered this so that Simmons would be the batter to bat with the bases loaded. Now, if they bring in the left-hander, he just turns around.
Now, Hershiser will stay out there to pitch to Simmons. There's 1 out in the inning. Ted, as Been a catcher for a lot of years. He does not run well. So the infield is back, hopeful of a double play. Braves have just 4 hits. The stretch. The pitch to Simmons. Fastball outside. 1 ball, no strike. Mets have gotten at least 1 in the 3rd inning against the Cardinals. That ends a streak of 25 consecutive scoreless innings for them. The stretch. The 1-0. Little tap out in front of the plate. Hershiser in, scoops it to the plate. Great play. Hershiser bounced off that mound in great shape, gloved the ball, and scooped it with the glove to Socha to get the out. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Now Albert Hall will be called back, and Gerald Perry will pinch hit for him. Simmons hits into a fielder's choice. Griffey is retired at the plate, 1-2. Ramirez is at 3rd. Chambliss moves to 2nd. And Perry, who hit .326 at Richmond this year, is the batter. Bases still loaded. Now there are 2 out.
Actually, that's not a bad turn of events for the Dodgers if they get Perry, because the Braves will have used 3 of their 4 left-hand pinch hitters. They would have only Omar Moreno left. And also they would have lost Alexander. Remember, Alexander has only allowed 1 run in 7 innings. Doyle again has pitched very well and had very few runs with which to work.
Ron Peronowski to the mound, not to make a pitch change, but just to remind Hershiser about and now it takes a base hit. Perry digs in. From the belt, Hershiser delivers. Curveball, strike at the knees, 0-1. After 6 now, Houston and Bob Knepper lead the Reds 3-1. Houston wins that one. They're going to have to really do a swan dive to lose it. Hershiser comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Into the dirt. Socha makes the block. It bounces away a few feet, but not far enough for Ramirez to come hustling in from 3rd. A ball and a strike is the count. Simmons at first, Runge at 2nd, Ramirez at 3rd, 2 out. Gerald Perry in that batter's box. The pitch to him, curve, caught the corner, it's 1-2. The Mets got 3 in that 3rd inning. They lead the Cardinals 3-1. The Phillies are winning tonight, so if both those hold up, their magic number will be 1. They will have clinched a tie. Not that it really matters. A ball and 2 strikes. The stretch, now the pitch. Now the curve, bouncing ball to short. Anderson, bad hop into center field. 2 runs will score. Another runner racing to 3rd. He's safe. And on the plate, Perry tries for 2nd, and he's safe. It'll go as a hit, I imagine, but I'll tell you this. If Dave Anderson charges the ball, instead of backing up, he makes the play. He allowed for 1 extra hop, and that hop cost him. The ball bounced High off his glove and into left center. It's a hit, and 2 runs have scored.
Boy, and you just made a really good point, because he really allowed the ball to play him. And, of course, they just played a football game on this field. We've had a couple of bad hops tonight. He backed up, and the second hop was head high, and it went off his glove.
A huge break for Atlanta. The Braves lead at 3-1. Ken Oberkfell, the batter. Pitch to him, swung, fly ball, short right field. Bryant is there waiting, and the inning is over. Well, we didn't exactly rip the cover off it, but the Braves got a couple of runs, a walk, a hit batsman, and a bad hop single all combined to get it done. 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors were charged, and a couple of runners were left. At the end of 7, your score. Atlanta 3, Los Angeles 1.
The Metro Atlanta Peugeot dealers are proud to announce 2.2 annual percentage rate financing on the fabulous Peugeot 505 GL. Backed by an incredible 5-year, 50,000-mile factory warranty, Peugeot also offers 4-year free maintenance on its entire line of European luxury sedans. Test drive the new 505 GL today at Stone Mountain Ford Peugeot, Bob Hurst Mazda Peugeot, or Frank Jackson Lincoln Mercury Peugeot. No other European automobile manufacturer stands behind their quality like Peugeot.
If your car needs a tune-up, here's one way you might start saving a little gasoline. Have your car's engine tuned at Barnes Automotive in Roswell. Barnes Automotive will make sure you get your tune-up with quality Delco tune-up parts. Delco Remy high-energy ignition parts are engineered to help give you responsive performance. They could save you gas, and that will save you money. Barnes Automotive in Roswell is your dealer for AC Delco, the smart parts.
We've got the best right here where we live. It's good to know where we go has got so much to give.
Aren't you glad you live where there's colonial bread? It's baked nearby, then sealed warm from the oven. So it's always delivered soft and fresh with the flavor your family loves.
Colonial bread. We've got the best right here.
We go to the 8th inning here. Gene Garber on the pitch for Atlanta. Paul Runge stays in the game to play second base. Ken Oberkfell moves to third. Brad Cummins is in the game to play right field. So the outfield is from right to left. Cummins, Murphy, and Griffey. The infield from left to right. Oberkfell, Ramirez, Runge, Horner, Benedict behind the plate, and Gene Garber, who was roughed up a little bit Sunday, we understand, is on the mound. Steve Sachs in the top of the order, lead off against him in the 8th. 3-1 Atlanta now your score. Sacrifice fly and a bad hop single have accounted for the Atlanta run. The pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the pitch. Swung, hot shot, left field, base hit. Sachs delivers his second hit of the night.
Now, here are the 4 at-bats for Steve Sachs tonight. First time up, he ripped a shot toward third. Oberkfell made a dandy play to throw him out. Then he lined a base hit. The next time up, he lined a shot at Oberkfell, who caught it just off the ground. And then this base hit. So he's hit the ball hard all 4 times. He's a pretty good hitter.
Ralph Bryant is 1 for 2 with a walk.
And by the way, he's only a couple of points away from the lead, National League batting lead, Steve Sachs. Might be there right now.
And he's the hottest hitter among those in contention. Runner at first, nobody out. The stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Bryant. Of course, we do have a long week. We still have 3 weeks to go in the season. It just seems like it's almost over. 0-1 the count. Again, the stretch by Gino. And the pitch. Swung and missed the change. It's 0-2. And these are the kind of guys Garber likes to pitch to. Nothing against Ralph Bryant, but he's a young, inexperienced hitter who hasn't seen him often. That is not true of the next guy in the Dodger order, a fellow named Bill Madlock. Dedman and Assenmacher now in the Atlanta pit. The pitch struck him out and made him look terrible. Bryant chased a sidearm change from the right-hand pitcher and missed it badly. So there's the first out of the inning. Now a guy who's hit against Gene Garber for more than a decade, Bill Madlock, stands in. A pretty good trivia question is to ask what team Bill Madlock broke in with. And most people say the Chicago Cubs, and they're wrong. He first came up with the Texas Rangers. Runner at first, one out. The stretch. The pitch. Curve, swung, fly ball. He got under it in left field. An easy play for Griffey. Shy of the warning track. He's got it 2 down. Madlock flies to left. He batted 77 times for the Rangers back in 1973. Then they dealt him to the Cubs.
And if you're familiar with the Texas Ranger history, until Tom Grieve and Bobby Valentine took over, they made a lot of trades like that.
Trying to figure out who they got in return for Madlock, and I can't find it. You recall?
I don't, but
Greg Brock, the batter, runner at first, 2 out, fouls off a breaking ball, 0-1.
they once traded Ron Darling and Walt Terrell for Lee Mazzilli, and they traded a bunch of guys for Dave Righetti, trading away Mickey Rivers, and they traded away so many great players when the players were really kind of in their youth just before they made it, like Madlock and Righetti and Darling.
0-1 to Brock. The pitch into the dirt. May have been a pitch out, but it was low and away, and the count evens at 1-1. They're through 7 in Cincinnati. Houston 3-1 over the Reds. Of course, all the other scores will be coming your way after the game on the 10th inning show, which will immediately follow John's award-winning Star of the Game presentation. The 1-1 pitch will not be made. Garber steps back on the mound. And following the 10th inning show, this day in baseball history, the pitch outside, 2-1. Sachs led it off with a single. He's still there with 2 out at first base. Mike Scioscia is on deck. Brock waits. The 2-1 pitch will not be made. Benedict wants to talk it over with Gene Garber. Palmer and Valenzuela tomorrow night. 7:05 for the Chuck Tanner Show. The stretch. The 2-1. Swung drill, right field. Back goes Comments. Still going, still going. Running catch, and the inning is over. Comments raced to the warning track and made a good backhanded running play on a line drive off the bat of Greg Brock. Fine play for Brad. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. With your score, Atlanta 3, Los Angeles 1.
America, you sure have a thing about keeping your cars clean on the outside. Now, Fina has something great to keep your cars clean on the inside. Introducing Fino 1 detergent gasoline. It'll help keep your fuel injectors or carburetors running clean and efficient for smoother acceleration and more power. Try Fino 1 detergent gasoline in your gas tank and feel how clean your car can really be.
Fina, you got a friend. L.A. It's red, white, and blue across the USA. Saturday nights and real cool jazz. Red neon lights and razzmatazz. There's a feeling in the city, the real thing's coming through. Coca-Cola Classic, red, white, and blue.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Braves will hope to get some insurance here as they send Murphy, Horner, and Griffey to the plate. Murph is 0 for 3. He's hit the ball hard twice. He's lined to first, lined to second, reached on an error. His other tack. Orel Hershiser will go all the way here, unless the Braves knock him around. And it will be his 7th complete game in 31 starts. He stands to lose it. But a bad hop ground ball that, had Dave Anderson charged it, I think would have ended the inning and kept the game 1-1. Bad hopped over his head to win the game, or at least give Atlanta the lead here in the late inning. Murphy stands in to lead it off. The right-hand hitter waits. Hershiser into the wind and the pitch. Foul tip right off the mask of Mike Scioscia, 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom half of the 8th inning. John Sterling, Skip Caray with you from the ballpark. The 0-1 pitch. Let up, popped up. Mike Scioscia off with a mask. In foul territory, he has it 1 away. Murphy is retired. Bob Horner, the batter, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. And his 76th run batted in.
You know, after what you said about Hershiser, it really is so true. If he does lose the game tonight, someone will lead off a sportscast somewhere. This is not a knock, but you do have to see the games and see how they're played. And they'll say, well, Orel Hershiser, having a very poor year, was beaten again. But
record plummeted to 13-12.
Or something, yes. And
pitch to Horner outside, 1 ball, no strikes. By the same token, Doyle Alexander pitched courageous baseball for Atlanta. He's pitched a lot of games where he had more command of his pitches.
Yes, sir.
When he had to, he got him out. He got a good throw from Albert Hall to ease his way. The 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. Of course, the Braves haven't won it yet. We have learned as we've gone along, don't count your chickens. Probably never heard this expression before.
Well, I'm waiting.
The 2-0 swung, drilled down the left field line. Trouble if it's fair, and it is fair into the corner, bouncing around. Horner on his way to second with a standing double. So there's insurance in scoring position with 1 out. Ken Griffey will be the batter. Don't count your chickens till they're hatched.
Aha.
I wonder why so many sayings have to do with chickens. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't count the chickens before. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Which came first, chicken or the egg?
All the philosophy majors over at Emory can write us and give us the answer to that. They're going to put Griffey on base and pitch to Ramirez. And that gives the crowd a chance to boo. We have not had the attendance announced here yet, or if we have, we didn't hear it. And I don't think the reason for that is that there are so many people that has overwhelmed the people who count.
Yes, I told you that producer engineer Rick Shaw was feeling a little spritey tonight. And he just said to me, in answer to all of our things on chickens, he said, don't forget the big song many years ago, Rock Around the Cluck.
Which one?
Rock Around the Cluck.
Rick would say something like that. It's lines like that. Rick has that whole station dancing on the ceiling. He really does. Rafael Ramirez, the batter. 2 on, 1 out. Hershiser comes set and delivered. Swung, popped him up, foul territory. Everybody chasing it. Brock and Bryant both on the run. And Brock stays with it, makes a good catch. Horner tags, races for third, and he'll make it sliding. But it's first and third with 2 out, and Bruce Benedict is the batter. Benedict is bounced to third, bounced to short, and sacrificed. Renward third, 2 out, 3-1 Atlanta. We're in the 8th. In their 9th, the Dodgers send Scioscia, Matuzak, and Stubbs, 3 tough left-hand hitters, to the plate against Gene Garber. Hershiser comes set. He delivers. Curve. Strike called. A beauty. 0-1. They're on the corners. 2 out. 3-1 Atlanta. Yankees winning big tonight. 7-1 after 7 over Baltimore. The Orioles really collapsed. The pitch. Curve. Bouncing ball to short. Anderson backs up again. Throws to second. Close play, but he got him, and the inning is over. Anderson almost got victimized again on the same play, but he got it to second just in time. 1 hit. No runs, no errors, and 2 runners left. We go to the 9th with your score. Braves 3, Dodgers 1.
If you took a packed house for a Braves game, Delta Airlines could fly all those Braves fans out of Atlanta in 1 day. Ernie Johnson here for Delta, the official airline of the Atlanta Braves. Yes, it's true. Delta flies over 59,000 seats every day from Atlanta to over 100 cities in the U.S. and overseas. But it's not just the quantity of Delta service, it's the quality. On Delta, you get the best service in the sky, wherever you're going. See your travel agent or call Delta.
With Sentry Homeowners Insurance, you get good protection at good rates because we won't sell it to just anyone.
I see your last application was rejected due to fire hazards, Mr. Stumpgas.
Hey, I'm working on it. I even put fireproofing in the fireplace.
Asbestos?
Well, asbestos could be expected. Yeah. So do I qualify or what, huh?
Let's just say you're not one of our hottest prospects.
If you own a good home and you don't have money to burn, call Sentry.
In Atlanta, see Bud Stewart, Buddy Ragsdale, or John Meyer, your Sentry agents.
We go to the 9th inning here. Last chance for the Dodgers, and Mike Scioscia will lead it off for them. Scioscia, Matuzak, and Stubbs against Garber. No activity at the moment in the Atlanta bullpen. Garber ready to go to work. He winds and fires, and the breaking ball caught the corner, 0-1. The left-hand hitter waits, and the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball caught the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. So Gino gets out in front on Mike Scioscia. Again the wind, the 0-2 pitch. Swung, a little squib back to the mound. That'll be easy. Garber to first in time, 1 away. Scioscia is retired. There's the first one. And Len Matuzak is the batter. Matuzak 1 for 3, all that against Doyle Alexander, who figures to be the winner here if Garber can get him out. Gino into the wind, and the pitch outside this time. 1 ball, no strikes. Again the wind. He delivers. Swung, ground ball, left side. Runge fumbles, recovers, throws, got him. 2 out. Horner started to break for that ball, then had to hustle back to first. Paul had it in the glove, almost dropped it, got it back, and threw to first just in time. So the Braves are 1 out away from victory here. And Gene Garver 1 out away from his 23rd save. Ken Landreau will come out to pinch hit here for Franklin Stubbs. So Landreau marches to the plate. Landreau hitting .265. He's been in and out of the doghouse here. Pedro Guerrero moves on deck, so you just as soon get it over here. Landreau normally hits Garber quite well, if memory serves me. Gino into the wind, and his pitch. Swung, fly ball left field. Griffey is there. That should do it. He waits. He's got it. And the ball game is over, and the Braves win 3-1.